Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to Pakistan School Muscati Learning, and we are learning from our book Amazing Science Grade 4, and I'm teacher Mr. Welcome to the science class, students. This is the continuation of unit number 13, the Earth. These are goal reading for page number 100, then review our lesson, and then learn about the today's topic, that is constellation and the Big Bear. After that, we'll do some notebook work, which is question number 3, and it should be done in the notebook. So let's get started, students. So what we learn about the Earth, students? The Sun and its 8 planets make up the solar system. The Earth is one of the 8 planets that travel around the Sun. It is the 5th largest planet of the solar system. The planets follow oval paths or orbits, so their distance from the Sun is always changing. Students, the shape of the earth is not absolutely round. It is geoid. That means it is round but slightly flattened at the top and bottom. It is surrounded by a blanket of air called the atmosphere, which is made up of many gases such as nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, and dust particles. Movement of the earth. Students, we learned 2 kinds of movement from our book according to this. The first is the earth is always spinning. It turns on its axis, which is an imaginary line passing through the north and south poles. It takes 24 hours to spin once on its axis. This movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. Throughout the day, it appears that the sun is slowly moving from east to west. But this is because the earth is spinning on its axis from west to east. The sun itself does not move. Now, how day and night cause? Before that, students learn about another movement of the earth, which is orbiting around the sun. As you can see that it is slightly tilted. Approximately, we can say it is 23.5 degree to its orbit. So, as well as turning on its axis, the earth also goes round to the sun. So, for rotation, if the earth, as the earth spins on its axis, the part of the earth which faces the sun has daytime. Okay, and the part of the earth which is on the other side has night. And due to it is slightly tilted, approximately 23.5 degree, and it is orbiting around the sun, and almost it takes 365 days once around the sun. So that movement is of the sun around the sun is called a revolution. Okay, during this revolution, students, sometimes North Pole is tilted towards the sun and sometimes South Pole tilted towards the sun. So the part of the earth which is tilted towards the sun receives more light. So it is warmer. It is summer in that part of the world. And the part which is tilted away from the sun receives less light. So it is colder. It is winter in that part of the world. When both the hemispheres of the earth get almost equal amounts of light now, so yes, that is either spring or autumn. When it is when both the hemisphere of the earth get almost equal amount of light from the sun. Okay. Now, students, we comes to the today's topic, which is constellation. Students, on a clear night, you see thousands of stars in the sky. If you look carefully, you will see that groups of stars seems to make shapes. These shapes are called constellation. Constellation have fixed positions in the sky. In olden days, they helped travelers to find their way. If you know the shape of a constellation and its position in the sky, you can find it easily. So what we can say about the constellations, students, that the group of stars that seem to make shapes in the sky are called constellation. Now the Big Bear. High in the sky in the northern part of the world, it is possible to see a constellation called the Big Dipper. It is made up of 7 stars arranged as shown in diagram. The lower stars are called pointer stars. They always point to a bright star called the pole star or the north star. Students, the north star is always in the northern part of the sky. So students, today's work is about to draw, yes, question number 3. You have to draw a Big Dipper in your notebook. As I can show you, it's a very simple work. See, first you can draw some stars in a pattern. It's called spoon. You can see that. How can you make it? It's a pattern. Can you see? Okay. And the another one as well you can make. And then make a line. Yes. And where's the North Star? Yes, here it is. You can find the shiny, most shiny star that are North Stars. Okay, you can color the background as well with the dark blue color or dark gray color. It's totally up to you. It's a very simple thing. I hope that everyone has done it. So students, now we should recap what we read about in this lesson. First of all, we read about the Earth, that is our home planet. Earth is the fifth largest planet in the solar system. We get day and night because Earth spins on an imaginary line called its axis. The axis of the Earth is not straight, it's slightly tilted. So, and what is the revolution, students? The orbiting of the Earth around the Sun is called the revolution that causes the seasonal changes. Once it is approximately 365 days to complete its orbital movement around the sun, and after 4 years there will be a leap year. It takes approximately 366 days. And then we read about constellation, students, that in a clear night we can see thousands of stars, and the group of stars are called constellation. The Big Dipper helps you to find the North Star. The Big Dipper has another names as well. The Big Dippers will change its appearance. Okay. So students, now it's time to say Allah Hafiz to everyone. Have a very nice and blessed day. Try to revise the lesson and read it carefully again and again. and please do not litter on your home planet. It is causing lots of pollution, students. So keep your earth safe. Have a very nice and blessed day, students. Allah Hafiz to everyone.